Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing another Halloween tutorial for you guys. This is a Audrey Hepburn breakfast at Tiffany's tutorial. I thought it'd be a lot of fun to do something fun here on my channel because you guys know me when it comes to Halloween looks. I don't like anything too gory, too bloody, anything like that, and Breakfast at Tiffany's is by far one of the most amazing movies ever. So I was just thinking of looks to do, and this was one of the first ones that I came up with, so I thought it'd be a really cute idea to do. I think that this is perfect for everybody. It's perfect for women, it's perfect for teenagers, little girls. Everybody would love this costume. I think that the makeup also is a makeup look that can be done any day. I mean, it's very classic. It's very, I don't know if I could personally pull it off every single day of my life, but I look at this and I'm like, God, Audrey Hepburn looked absolutely gorgeous with no makeup on, but for me, I feel like, I guess I just always need the black liner and the smoky eyes. This is my first time doing a hair tutorial, something completely different than what I usually do. I usually just put a curl in my hair and I'm done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and also make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I love you all and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys. So, of course, as always, to start off the look, I'm starting with the eyes. We're going to go ahead and prime them and go right into the shadows. So first, I'm going to take MAC Blanc Type, which is one of my favorite matte colors to use as a brow bone highlight. I'm just going to go ahead and press that right into my brow, underneath my brow, I should say, and then I'm going to blend it into my eye look. I'm also going to actually bring this shadow all over my lid to cancel out all the colors on my lid, just so that we have a blank slate and just add a little bit of color here and there throughout this look. So then after that, I'm going to be using my Viseart palette. Now I know this is kind of a expensive palette, but honestly I haven't used it in a while, so I just wanted to go ahead and break it out. But any color that you have that's similar to this is just a really soft brown. Audrey Hepburn honestly didn't have too much shadow or anything like that on her eye, so I was keeping it very light, very minimal, so just going in with a really nice light brown to put down as our transition shade. Going back into the palette, I'm going to take these two shades right here to mix. As you can see in this photo, her crease is really emphasized. It's really dark, so I really wanted to emphasize that and make my crease even darker. So just taking those two shades, I will actually go back later on and use an even darker shade to really deepen the crease, but just taking these two shades first and going back and forth and applying it right into my crease and then going and blending it out. Throughout this tutorial, I honestly added more and more and more and got it to my liking. I just really wanted to emphasize that crease like Audrey to make my eyes look as close to her as I possibly could, and there's Chanel creeping in the background. So we're just going to go ahead and blend all that out. For the lid shade, I'm going in with Shimma Shimma by Makeup Geek, and I'm going to go ahead and apply this all over the lid. Definitely one of my favorite shades always. I always use it for a brow bone highlight or for a lid shade. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this all over the lid just to give a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of glam to this look. It's not too much at all. And then going back in with that brown, I'm going to go ahead and add more into the crease. Like I said, just going back and forth and adding more. You'll see me do it a bunch of times throughout this tutorial. Now doing our winged liner. So also Audrey, she did not have an intense wing, and the inner corner of her wing was always straight. So I'm really making sure I emphasize on getting that inner corner as straight as I possibly can, and then I'm going to go ahead and create a wing. I'm not doing an intense wing like I usually do, so I really made sure that I concentrated on making the wing as small as I could and not getting it out of control. So just a very thin wing as you see me doing here. Then I'm going to go ahead and fill it out. I am using my Inglot gel liner in number 77 with my Sigma E65 brush. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a very small wing because it was just classic. The classic beauty, I swear, I don't think I could wear this look every day, but of course, people back then, you could rock this and they just looked absolutely glamorous. So then, as you see me doing here, this is where I'm going to go in and do the darker brown shade and place it right into the crease. I'm using this thin Morphe brush. I'll link it down below for you guys. So like I said, just taking this dark shadow and putting it right into my crease, going from outer corner all the way to inner corner, and then going back in with my blending brush just to really blend it out. And I'm just going to do this a couple times just to get the crease to the darkness and depth that I like. Then after that, I'm going to go right in and start to do false lashes. So false lashes, she didn't have really intense lashes like we wear nowadays. So first, I'm going to go ahead and apply a coat of mascara to prep for false lashes. And then today for falsies, I'm going to be using a very simple pair. These are going to be the Ardell Demi Wispies, and they're very short, very thin, but they really have emphasis on the ends.
If you don't want to go ahead and wear strip lashes, you can always do individuals. Just apply them right at the outer corner of your eye to really just flare out that outer corner, and you'll have the same effect. That's pretty much what Audrey did. So just either use strips or go in with individuals and you'll get the same thing. So then I'm pressing up my lashes, and once my lashes have dried, my lash glue has dried I should say, I am going to go back in with my mascara and apply mascara onto these lashes just to make them even more, just to emphasize them even more and just have a little bit more drama. I usually do this with these lashes, not mink, of course. I'm going to go ahead and apply primer. I'm going in with my Smashbox primer water and just spraying that all over. For foundation today, I'm going to use my NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. This is in the shade Santa Fe. This is the lightest, I believe, or second to lightest shade that I had in my collection. Audrey, of course, was very pale. She did have a little bit of color, but not too much. So I wanted to make sure I wasn't super tan for this video. So just going in and applying that all over my face and then blending it out with my beauty blender. And then I'm going to go in with my Krylon Derma Color Flash Palette. I'm going to go ahead and use this as my concealer. I actually went very light this day with my face makeup. I don't really know why I did that. I kind of wish I went more full glam and more full foundation and everything, but I don't know why. I just went very light, and you know, this is just what I came up with. I maybe just felt like I just needed to go very light today. So then just applying that all over and then blending it out with my beauty blender, and then I'm going to go ahead and set my under eyes as well as my whole face. I'm going to set with the Laura Mercier translucent powder, just pressing it in under the eyes, and then for the rest of the face I like to just go ahead and dust it all over because my face has been quite normal / dry recently. After that, I'm going to go ahead and do a contour. I'm using my Bobbi Brown Golden Light Bronzer. I'm just going to go ahead and contour, more so of a bronzing. I don't think they did much contouring, or Audrey didn't have much of a really intense contour when you look down your black dress and you got white powder all over it. And then I'm going to go ahead and just add a little bit more of a warm tone. This is MAC pressed powder in dark. I'm just going to go ahead and just put that all over just to give my face a nice bronze. Now for brows. Audrey's brows were quite intense, but thankfully they kind of had the same shape as mine. So what I'm doing is the inner corner is very shaped, but when you get to the arch of your brow, she did make it a point and then she brought it straight out. So as you can see, I'm bringing it straight out, and right when I got to that arch of my brow, that's when I pointed it up and then brought it down. So as you can see, the inner corner I'm making into a square, and then just bringing my pencil up. I'm going to go ahead and now create the point and then bring it straight down. I'm lining up the point with the point on my lower end of my brow, as you can see me doing, and then I'm just going to fill it in just the end because my hairs are very sparse at the end, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other brow. Like I said, I'm very thankful we kind of had the same shape brow, so all I had to do is just kind of really just emphasize my brows, make them a little bit thicker, but more than anything, this is pretty much my brow shape anyway, except I don't do the point. But anyway, I'm using the Anastasia Brow Definer in soft brown to do this, and as you can see, I'm filling them in, and then I'm going to go in and fill in the brow completely, and I'm using the brow powder in soft brown, using the lightest shade in the inner corner and the darkest shade on the tail. And then I usually actually blend in my inner corner for day to day, but Audrey's was not blended in, so after I do the brows, then I'm completely done. I'm leaving that inner square and everything like that. So that is Audrey's brows on fleek. Good job, Audrey. For blush, I'm using this one by MAC. This is in the shade Dolly Mix. I hope they still do make this blush. I've had it in my collection for a really long time, but she had a really nice pinky blush color, so I wanted to go ahead and just make it a little bit more intense with this shade instead of using a really soft pink. So I'm just going in with my Sigma F05 contour brush and then back in with my powder brush that I used before just to blend it out a little bit, not blending out the color at all, but just blending it into the rest of my face. Going back with this really nice light brown shade, I am just adding this right into the outer corner of my lower lash line. Audrey did not have any makeup really on the lower lash line, but I just wanted to add a little bit in the outer corner and blend it into the rest of my eye. And then she was not notorious, but very well known for having that nude liner. So I'm going in with my NARS Rue Bonaparte. I'm going to warm it up on the back of my hand and apply it right into my waterline. And then to finish up the eye look, I am going to go ahead and apply some mascara to the lower lashes. You want to make sure when you do this, you take your time, because with the nude liner, you don't want to go ahead and rush it and get any black on your nude waterline. So just make sure you do it really nice and soft and get all the hairs that you can. This was me really trying not to get on the nude liner, so I'm just using my Galactic mascara to apply a coat to the lower lashes. And once your mascara is down, last thing to do are lips. So for lip liner, I'm going to go in with this Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in the shade Pillow Talk, which is a really nice light pink. Audrey had her lower lip pretty much lined normal, but her upper lip she had overdrawn a little bit actually, which is pretty much what I do on a daily basis because my upper lip is very thin. So I'm just going to go ahead and just overdraw my lips a little bit just like Audrey did. And then for lipstick, I'm going to go in with this one by MAC. It is in the shade Fabby. I could see that from her photo, her lipstick was very much like a pinky peach. It wasn't so much complete nude, and it wasn't a huge, peachy red color. It was just a very nice, soft, pinky peach, like I said. So I felt this color was really, really beautiful and appropriate. I felt like with her photo, I felt that this color was the perfect match. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that all over. And then I just wanted to go ahead just to dim down and just add a little bit of a nude. I'm using my Melt Cosmetics Nude Lipstick, and this color was right on. So now we're going to go ahead and do the hair. So I am first going in with this Tresemme dry shampoo. I'm going with the dry shampoo. It's completely optional because I wanted to go ahead and add a little bit of texture because I did shower the night before, and it's always easier to go ahead and do these types of hairstyles with your hair when your hair is a little bit dirty in a sense. So I am going in with some dry shampoo just to add a little bit of texture, and it will actually make it easier for me to do my hair later on. Just putting that in and then messing around with my hair. I'm going to go ahead and do kind of a side part with my hair like I normally do. And now I'm going to separate my hair into 3 sections. I'm taking the front part, kind of like the fringe, and then having a little bit more hair. I'm going to take this section, as you see me doing here, and separate it from the back. And then I'm also going to do the same thing on the other side. Looking at Audrey's hair, it was much more intense than mine. I will say I think I did pretty close with getting the hairstyle that she did, but hers did it was beautiful. I wish I could have done her hair exact, but this was the best that I could get. So as you can see, I've separated those 2 sections in the front, and now all I'm going to do is start to tease the you-know-what out of my hair. So taking some hairspray, I'm going to take a section on the top, spray it, and then take my teasing comb and just tease the you-know-what out of my hair. I'm going to do this throughout my whole head, and it's just going to give your bun and your hair that oomph that it needs. It just, when you do these kind of hairstyles, you really want to make sure that you tease them like crazy, and you just tease your hair to the high heavens. So as you can see, I'm just going to go ahead and tease, and I'm also just going to fast forward so you guys don't hear me say tease 50,000 times. Once you've teased this whole main section, now we're going to go ahead and do the sides, making sure you don't get any of the hair that are in those 2 front sections. Again, I'm going to go ahead and spray my hair and then tease it like crazy. So now to go ahead and create the bump on the top, I actually went ahead and got some old hair extensions and put them around a big bun holder that I had and tied it in a hair tie. And this is what is going to go in underneath my hair. If you don't have something like this, if you have a sock, honestly, if you have like a sock, put it in your hair. I'm not even kidding. So I'm just going to go ahead and separate my hair on the top, kind of taking 1 to 2 sections. As you can see, my hair looks like a rat's nest, but that's all right. It's all going to come out in the end. So I'm going to go ahead and just take a section at the top, and then I'm going to go ahead and place that hair extension bun thing and put it right underneath. And that's going to really help us get that volume and that bump that we want. I feel like in the beginning of this tutorial, I kind of started to look like Amy Winehouse a little bit, but I'm sure this is what she did in her hair as well. So just applying that right underneath the hair, and I'm going to take a bobby pin and just put it right underneath to secure that bun situation in. Now I'm just going to go ahead and just comb it out a little bit, and now this is what we're left with. So that's just going to give us our bump at the top, and then we're just going to go ahead and start to wrap the rest of our hair around, just to make sure that it's all in the back, it's all up. Make sure you spray the heck out of your hair also. And now I'm going to start to take the sides of my hair. So taking the right side, as you can see, it's your left, my right, I'm going to go ahead and just bring it back. Now, like I said, I am not an expert. I don't know if people are cringing watching this. I'm not an expert when it comes to hair, but at the end of the day, I think it came out good, so I'm just letting you know, So I'm just taking that whole section back. I'm gonna go ahead and comb it back, and taking bobby pins, I'm gonna go ahead and secure it. Now, once you've secured it, you're going to be left, oh, by the way, I'm going to get that little hair, so don't worry if it's driving you crazy. So once you have secured your hair, you're going to be left with this whole section of hair. So instead of doing what Audrey did, because the hair person that did her hair kind of wrapped her hair around the bun, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create kind of a circle at the base of the bun to hide all the bobby pins and everything like that. I'm not that high tech when it comes to hair, so this was the best that I could do. So I'm just going to go ahead and comb it all just to make sure that it's nice, smooth, and even. And I'm just going to go ahead and secure this section first just to make sure that both sections are secured and up. And then I'm going to just twist the excess hair that I have into a circle and then bobby pin it. Like I said, I'm putting it at the base of my bun, my Amy Winehouse bun, so it can kind of just hide all the bobby pins and everything like that. So once I have everything pinned back in the back, this is where I'm going to start to kind of comb out my hair, make everything smooth, as well as just put more pins in my hair to secure all the hair that's kind of falling or hair that I needs a pin to stay in place. Just going through my whole head and doing that. Then I'm going to go ahead and start the front. So I'm going to go and tease again the front pieces, as you can see me doing here. And what Audrey's picture had, it was just seriously just these sections just kind of twisted back. The one section was more poofy, and then her one section was just slicked back. So just to give my hair that volume and that texture in the front, I'm just going to go ahead and tease everything. Once everything is teased, I'm going to go ahead and just separate my hair, have some more to one side than the other, and this is the side we're going to create that has kind of that bit of a bun in the front. She had kind of that huge poof like the Amy Winehouse, and then she had a poof in the front and then some bangs. So this is going to be my poof in the front. So just taking all that hair, I'm just going to go ahead, just take a section, not the whole thing, and this is where I'm just going to kind of twist it back and take a bobby pin and pin it into the circle bun that I have in the back. So as you can see, this is going to be the poof. There was just kind of two sections. You kind of have to have two sections, one that's going to hold the hair piece and then the front piece that's going to kind of conceal it. So just taking that and just combing it back just to make sure it's nice and smooth and in place, and make sure, of course, as always, that you hairspray it. So now taking these other two sections, these sections are just going to be pretty simple, where I'm just going to go ahead and just pull them straight back to give myself more of a sleek look on either side, but just to hold the hair back even more. And once that's all back, that side is done. So then just to keep the other side very simple, I'm just going to go ahead and pull back all this hair straight back, pretty much like I did on the other side. And again, once everything is bobby pinned and hairsprayed like crazy, then your hair is complete. And this is me being proud of the fact that it kind of sort of looked like Audrey Hepburn, so I was quite happy with the way that it turned out. So like I said, after everything is done and hairsprayed, then all you have to do is just add in your little hair piece. I got this off of Amazon. I will link it down below for you guys if you're interested in finding it. You can get it off of Prime, so you can get it in 2 days. And there you go, there you have it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It was a lot of fun to go ahead and do. By the way, I wore that crown all day, not even gonna lie. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, and also make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. I will link for you guys in the next slide all of my other Halloween looks if you guys are interested in watching. I love you all very much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.